CCC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today I want to show you really quickly how to make a rice stitch twisty headband. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've just made recently a video on how to do the rice stitch, and I'm making a shawl and I'm making a headband set to go together. So I wanted to show you how to do this, but I'm not going to do this all in one video because I already have showed how to do the rice stitch. So what I want you to do is I want you to jump over there, learn how to do the rice stitch in case you don't know how. If you already know how, then don't worry about it. But I'm going to link that in the description box below. So just head over there and learn how to do that. And then I'm going to show you all the dimensions on how to make this twisty headband. And then I'm going to also show you how to put it together in this video. Okay. So basically what this is it's worked in rows going long ways diagonally like this. It's not worked like this. It's worked long ways, okay, for this headband. And what I found, and I have an average woman's head, so you can decide what you want to do, but I ended up needing to change 91. I used a 3-weight yarn, and I used a 4.25 millimeter hook or a size G. Okay, this is a mandala variegated yarn. It's one of the cakes. And that's what I used for this, but it is a 3-weight. Those are 3-weight ones there, okay? So what I did was I chained 91 and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of the rice stitch, okay? And that gave me the thickness that I thought would look good for a headband. Of course, you could make it thicker or you could make it not so thick. It's up to you. As far as the measurements for this headband, like I said, if you're making this for someone, you might want to measure their head. There's hat size guides that you can use online, or you can just chain as many as you need for your own head and then wrap it around loosely. Don't pull tight, just pull just normal loosely, and that'll show you what you need, okay? So let's get into the tutorial, and I'll show you how to get this done. I would like to ask you though to please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notify me bell below, and so that you can get notified of all my future videos. And also sharing helps more than anything, guys. So I really appreciate that. If you can share my video to friends or family, crochet groups, Facebook, blah, 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 all that stuff, it helps a whole bunch, okay? All right, so what I've done is, like I said before, I've completed my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of the rice stitch. I chained 91 to start. And so what I've done is I finished here and I've left a long piece here because we're going to use that to turn this into a headband. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pull through and tie off here just like that. And then I'm going to join this like this, okay? So what I like to do for mine, first of all, you can work in your ends here as well. But what you're going to need is a darning needle. And what I like to do is I like to fold my squares like this, the end of my square, or rectangle rather. I fold it like this, and then I just go in like that, okay? It's like a little puzzle. So they're folded on both sides like this. And this is the way it turns into a twisty headband. So then you're just going to go like that, okay? But I don't want to just sew all this together like this. You can do that, but I don't think it looks as good, okay? There's this little trick that you can do. And so I move it down to the ends like that. And so then I'm only sewing right here. I'm leaving this little place open here and this little place open here. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with those in just a minute. All right. So I'm going to pull out my strand that I'm going to be sewing with here. And I'm going to keep those just like this. Right on the edge is where I'm going to sew those together. Okay, so I went ahead and I've got my yarn on my darning needle that's attached to here. And I'm just going to start sewing up this middle piece that we have drawn together here. Okay. So just like this, I'm just going to start sewing it together, leaving those ends open but making sure I get all that intertwined together. So then we've got these ends right here, okay? So now I want you to turn your work just facing yourself like this, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to bring these little pieces up to each other like that, okay? So where they meet, all right? So it's like this, and you're just bringing them up to meet, and then you're gonna sew around there together, okay? So we're going to take the same piece we've been using, and we're just going to start sewing these sides together to bring those two loops, there's two open spaces rather, together here, okay? So we're just going around, crocheting that together. And I think this makes a really lovely twisty pattern without it being too bulky and standing out. Okay, so we finished that. We've got those together, and now we can work this in. Now when you're using a variegated yarn, you kind of want to work your ends in where the colors match. So you want to go right over here and work back and forth in these same colors. Now, if you're using a variegated yarn that changes colors very quickly and you can't do this, try to work in your back spaces only so it doesn't show through the front, okay? So once you get that worked in, you can cut off, and then you can flip it forward. And then you've got a beautiful twisty twisty headband, just like that. Okay, isn't that lovely? So I just wanted to show you how to do that really quick because, yeah, I thought the rice stitch headband looked absolutely lovely. It really gives it a textured look. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments or you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. You can find me down below on YouTube, obviously in the comments section, but you can also find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok, and you can find me on Facebook, and all of that is below. Yeah, so happy crocheting. I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye-bye.